Hey everyone, thanks for watching the OA Cheddar mini course on Amazon to Amazon flips. If you want to know more information about who OA Cheddar is and where you can find these premium Amazon to Amazon flip leads, click the link below to go to our website or join our Facebook group. Links are in the description below as well as on the video. Thank you and enjoy the video. Hey everyone, Taylor here. So in our previous videos, we went over what cheddar flips are, how they work. We purchased our items, we've received our items, we've prepped and packed them and sent them off to FBA. Our items have arrived at FBA now. They are live and we need to set up our repricer so we can get the item selling. Now, when we send in an item, we have our shipper keep a price higher than what it normally will sell for, and this protects us from selling the item before we can get to it, set our repricer up. So I'm going to go ahead and start here with these Columbia boat shoes. I paid $37.43, and you know that in the previous video how we set up our SKUs, we put the size, we put the color, where we purchased it, that's the AMZ.C, which stands for Amazon.com, and then the buy cost, which is $37.43. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to go ahead and select my size, and let's go back, size 11. Okay, $37.43 is my price. Okay, and right now Amazon is selling the item. They've raised their price back up. They're at $74.93. So the current breakdown in profit would be, with the $37.43 buy cost, is a $20 net with a 53% ROI. Now I'm going to scroll down here and just take a quick look at the Keepa like I do with all of my items. And I like to look at the year-long history as well. And what I see is that Amazon is never above the $74.95 price. There are times where they dip the price down lower in the all-time, and I want to say a little bit last year they did that in April and May. So what I'm going to do, and I do this, and really this is how we price all of our inventory, whether it's OA, RA, or Amazon flips, is I'm going to come down and set my minimum and find out where I'm going to put my minimum price. Now with shoes, for our business, we don't like to make more than about $5 a pair of shoes. So I try to find the $5 price. $5.69 works for us, $58. Now I'm going to come over here to that time where they dropped the price down low. And I see that Amazon, there was one little bit of time that they were $57, but they usually are staying above that price point. So this is a decent minimum to set it at, is $58. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go into my min and set it up to 58. Now, we use Inform.co, but any repricer will work, whether you're using Seller Central or any other third-party software system. This is just how we do it in our business, and we find that it is simple. It's easy for us to set the price and then not have to worry about coming back and checking it again. And then I'm going to set my max price. Now, when it comes to competing with Amazon, I usually don't bother going any higher than what Amazon's priced at. $74.95 is where they've historically been as far as their high, and I'm going to keep it just the same, which gives me the profit that I expected when I purchased the item. So $74.95. Now I could set my maximum price a little higher, but honestly I'm probably going to sell these items alongside with Amazon, because when I look at the Keepa graph, very rarely have they been out of stock, other than when they did a recent price drop when we purchased the shoes. And you can see here, let's zoom in a little bit closer, in the last month, Amazon dropped their price, went out of stock. The third-party FBA sellers that were still on it set their price for $74.95. They were getting the buy box no problem. And then you see from the offer drops here that there was a few sales that were made at that price. So I know $74.95, I should be able to sell these items fairly quickly, whether I'm competing with Amazon or not. I'm just set at the right price point. And then I'm going to come here to my strategy, and we use a general merchandise match strategy. So what we're doing is we are just matching the low FBA price. So if a competitor in FBA started to lower their price lower than what Amazon is, we would follow them with it, as long as it doesn't surpass our minimum price. And we do that so that way we're competitive with the third-party FBA. We don't really compete against Amazon necessarily. We compete against FBA. But I don't want to go too high above, because there'll be some third-party FBA sellers who will set their price too high and try to wait for Amazon to go out of stock. I don't want to do that. I want to stay no higher than what Amazon sells their product for, because I want them to share the buy box with me. From there, I usually will set a tag, which I already have for these for this video. But I will also put in shoes, because I like to put in another tag that will show me a category or what type of item it is, whether it's clothing or shoes or a health and beauty product. I select save, and then I'm done. My price right now is being dropped from $89.97 down to the $74.90, actually $74.93 price, and it will just continue to compete whether it's with Amazon or the third-party website. Now let's go down over here to an item that currently has no competition on it, and we will look at these ankle boots, size 8.5, and we paid $39.74 for these. Okay, come over here and just double check. 8.5, $39.74. Now, because I am the only offer on this item, right now the price is higher than what it normally would be. So the price is set at $100.97. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here to Keepa. I'm going to take a look at when Amazon was in stock and when other third-party sellers were in stock, and kind of get a gauge of what the item sold for. And I can see with this one, the most example I have right now is really with Amazon. I'm going to look at the year history. I see Amazon's price these boots up as high as $128.95, and then as low before they did these major price drops recently to around $77.37. So I'm going to take a quick look at that. Okay, it makes me a 40% ROI, which isn't horrible. It isn't bad at all. But since I'm the only offer on this, I get to have a little bit more freedom. Now, I think $128.95 is a little too expensive. And even though it's a clothing and shoe item, I don't really go off of sales rank too much, but I do see that the sales rank rose quite a bit when it was around this higher price point range, which it wouldn't surprise me if Amazon rose the price on all the sizes to this $128 price point range. But I kind of want to find someplace right in the middle. So 77 and 130, I think that $95, $99 price point range is probably where we're going to find the most success. I look at the all-time history, and yeah, I see that there has been movement when it comes to around $78 to $99. So since I'm the only offer, I'm going to set my price up to $90, which gives me a 65% ROI. And then if there was another third-party FBA seller that comes in, they're going to have to compete with me, and we're going to be lowering our price. So now that I know what my max is, which is going to be $90, I'm going to figure out where my min is, or where do I feel most comfortable selling it at, which is, again, for our business, it is usually around $5 for a pair of shoes, if that's the absolute lowest that we're going to have to sell it for. So $62 would be that number for us. Now my price will stay at $90 until somebody else comes and starts to compete with me, whether that's an FBA seller or Amazon, because I use a general match, or general merchandise. It's a matching strategy, which just matches the low FBA price. And then I'm going to add my shoe tag with this, set it, and I'm done with that one. Let's take a look at one more. Let's take a look at this rain jacket here. So I bought this, it was an extra large, and I bought it for $14.98. Columbia jacket. So $14.98. Now I am the only offer on this product right now. So again, I get to determine the price at which I'm going to sell it for. So looking at this one, when I am looking at the 90-day history, I see that Amazon was selling this jacket, and it's a kid's jacket, for around $30. But I also see that there's these times where when Amazon was out of stock, third-party FBA was selling these. Their price was up to $86.79. Now, One of the things I noticed though is at that high price point, I see that the offer count has flatlined during those periods. Now I do see that there's spikes down when the price is lower, more around $38, $39. So what that tells me is I'm probably not going to be able to sell this item quickly at $86.79. Probably around $40 I could probably sell this item off, especially since I'm the only offer on this. Now my whole strategy is I don't want to hold on to this item for very long, especially if I'm the only offer on the listing. I want to sell it, get the most profit I can, and get out, but I don't want to be too greedy. So that $86 price point is a little too high. Even though somebody did sell out at that price point, I want to be a little bit more competitive. Now I think $40 might be a little too cheap. Now granted, this was also in December, but this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a rain jacket. This is not a snow jacket. So we're not talking about something that has insulation and is meant for cold weather. This is going to be a rain jacket for really all year round use. And I can check that by looking at the all-time history, or if this item was on Amazon long enough, the year history. But I see that Amazon has no problem selling it for $30. They share the buy box at $30. But again, I'm the only offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come somewhere in the middle. I'm going to set my price at $50. And at $50, I'm making 150% ROI. I'm making $22 in net profit. So I'm really happy about that with a buy cost of only $15. So before I go over and set my max, let's figure out where my min's going to be. Now with clothing items, we structure to where if we're going to sell the item for a low profit margin, we want to at least be making $1.50 to $2. So we normally will set our price low like that. So $25 is where I'm going to set it at. I don't expect to sell it that cheap. I most likely will sell it, if I'm going to sell it for the cheapest, it'll probably be around $30. So I'm going to set my maximum at $50 with the hopes of selling it at that price point. I'm actually going to do $49.95 because I just personally I like having that look on when I sell the item, or when the item is up for sale. I like to see the $49.95. I don't like to see a flat $50. Whether that's important or not, I'm not quite sure. Minimum 25, so I'm going to set my min to 25. Set my strategy for the matching strategy that I do. I don't try to beat FBA by a percentage. I don't try to beat anybody like that. I don't want to drive the prices down. I just want to match with whoever the lowest FBA price is. And then if they're going to drive the price down below my minimum, so be it. They will most likely sell. The price will raise back up. I think $25 is a reasonable minimum price for a jacket, a Columbia jacket, and I think $49.95 is also a reasonable price for a Columbia jacket. I'm not trying to sell it for a crazy high amount that the common customer would look at and think, well, that's just way overpriced for what it is. I set it, I forget it, I sell the item. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. We hope that you found it helpful and informative for your Amazon to Amazon flips. If you want to know more about OH Header and the Amazon flips that we provide, please click the links below in the description and on this video. There is one for our website as well as one for our Facebook community that you can join. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one.